Fitness as a lifestyle may seem like a modern trend, but the history of physical activity goes back centuries. In 1892, Swedish physician Gustav Zander opened the world's first gym in Stockholm, sparking a revolution in the field of physical culture. Zander was not just an advocate of physical activity, he developed an entire system of mechanized exercise machines designed to help people improve their health. His machines used belts, levers, and springs to create resistance, and their working principles were so ingenious that modern gym equipment is still based on the same foundations. Initially, Zander's gym was intended for patients in need of rehabilitation, but it soon gained popularity among the general public. By 1911, his exercise machines had spread across the world, from London to Buenos Aires. Inspired by his success, Zander even patented his devices and founded the Zander Institutes, where visitors could train under the guidance of specialists. However, in the early 20th century, the pursuit of the perfect body often involved extravagant and sometimes absurd methods. People used bulky contraptions, painful devices, and adopted bizarre postures, all in the name of fitness. For instance, vibrating belts, invented in the 19th century, became a major trend in the 1930s to 1950s. Their creators claimed that rapid vibrations would shake fat loose, making it easier to burn. Around the same time, the Slendo massager appeared. This device used spiral springs that rolled across the body, promising to eliminate excess fat. The 1950s marked a true revolution in fitness. Thanks to the legendary Jack LaLanne, he invented the cable and pulley machine, the now famous Smith machine, and the first leg extension machine. Many modern gyms still use equipment based on his original designs. In the 1980s, Dick Hartzell introduced resistance bands, which later evolved to include handles and attachments. Running, surprisingly, also has an interesting history in fitness. The treadmill was invented in 1875, but it was originally used for industrial purposes. It wasn't until 1952 that Dr. Robert A. Bruce used it for medical stress tests, and soon, businesses saw its potential. By the 1960s, treadmills had become a staple in homes and gyms. In the 1990s, elliptical machines emerged as a competitor, providing the same cardio benefits with less strain on the joints. The history of fitness is filled with fascinating inventions and bold experiments. Some ideas have faded into obscurity, while others have stood the test of time. But one thing remains constant: the desire for health and a great physique will always drive people forward. Now let's take a look into the past, exploring vintage photographs and diving into the history of the fitness industry's first steps.
Zander.